first with breaking news, weather, and traffic. 95.9 WATD FM, Marshfield. Streaming 24/7 at 959WATD.com.
Welcome to the Natural Health and Healing Show with one of New England's leading nutritionists, Mark Mincola. The show is brought to you by the Good Health Stores in Hanover and Quincy. Call Mark at 781-837-4900 with your health and nutrition questions. Now, here's Mark.
Good evening and welcome. And a happy, healthy Sunday evening to everybody out there. Hope everybody's breathing clearly these days. A lot of allergy sufferers springing up. And it is indeed spring allergy season. 35 million. Yes, I said 35 million Americans suffer from the symptoms of spring allergies, what we might call hay fever. And 18 million Americans suffering from allergic rhinitis, sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, stuffy nose, headaches, on and on and on. These are, of course, symptoms common to so many of you out there, and so many folks out there are doing battle. And in recent years, there's certainly an awful lot of suggestion that allergies are getting worse. And I'm always bombarded with that question from patients and from folks in general that, geez, they say my allergies seem to be worsening each and every year. What's the deal? Is it my imagination, or is there some kind of logical explanation? There is indeed logical explanations for that possibility, and I do believe it is true. We're going to talk about that a little bit this evening. We're going to talk about what to do about those spring allergies. And, I think first we need to understand a little bit about what those allergies are. And those are symptoms that we call spring allergy symptoms, the result of the pollen from an allergen combining with your antibodies. Human IgE, immune globulin G, is an antibody protein that you produce to protect yourself. And when your protection proteins meet up with those allergens, they produce a secretion of histamines and leukotrienes, which are super hormones in your body that are trying to defend you. Unfortunately, what ends up happening is, in many cases, our bodies are not in balance. Our livers are not healthy. Our stress glands are overexhausted, overextended. And when we meet up with these allergens, unfortunately, what ends up happening most of the time is we don't produce an even, balanced flow of these protective proteins called immune globulin E antibodies. So sometimes the IgE protective protein levels are really, really high because our bodies are out of balance. And when the levels are extremely high, our symptoms are out of control. And these IgE antibodies basically attach to the surface of allergy cells, where they then attract and activate your immune cells, specifically your mast cells, your basophils, your white cells, your lymphocytes, and they release histamines. Everybody knows what histamines are because they take antihistamines. And histamines, of course, along with these leukotrienes, are designed to help you fight these allergens. The key is, I say, that your levels want to be balanced. And unfortunately, if you're not eating right, you're not getting your sleep, your good stress recovery from sleep, you're not hydrated, etc., you're going to basically throw off your levels. And when those levels are too high, inflammation levels will rise, and even asthma may occur. But at the very least, you can certainly expect your symptoms of sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, stuffy nose, headaches to worsen and worsen and worsen. And that's exactly what so many folks are dealing with out there because they really don't know how to take care of themselves. They're really not particularly good at balancing out their nutrient supplies, their diet, their supplements, and managing stress. Folks don't know what to do about stress these days. Stress levels are, of course, peaking higher than ever for a lot of people out there. And most folks just kind of, plow through their days and are not really aware of what their options are to deal with stress. What are their options? There are many options. It's unfortunately not discussed quite enough these days. Even in your doctor's offices and whatnot, and in schools and universities, an awful lot of folks who are really getting hammered with stress, they're not getting good answers. And they're certainly not aware of how stress ties directly into allergy response, immune system response, etc. In this case, we're talking about spring allergies, hay fever. Hey, your adrenal glands, your stress glands are a direct correlate here. They're absolutely the single most important part of the equation as to whether or not you can fight off allergies and whether or not you can manage a healthy defense system. So we're going to talk about all these issues this evening. And these issues are not small. Missed days at work. Missed days at work from spring allergies cost American companies $250 million per year. $250 million per year lost to spring allergies. So a lot of folks are really quite incapacitated out there, and even when they're using the various over-the-counter medications, they're just not getting enough result to be able to fight their way through the workday, to the tune of nearly $250 million. So America's taking some incredible hits regarding spring allergies in more ways than one. And of course, we have a fairly lengthy allergy season in this part of the world. In the Northeast, the spring allergy season runs a little bit longer than you think it does. The Northeast runs February 1st to June 1st, February 1 to June 1. Here in New England, there's a steady allergenic pollen climb from March 1st to June 1st. So we really don't get hit here quite as badly in February as places like maybe southernmost states in the eastern seaboard and even some of the middle Atlantic states. And even as you get up into Connecticut. But where we live up here, we're talking about March 1st to June 1st. And we're talking about a steady climb in those pollen levels from March 1st to June 1st. And really, it's astounding to think that from March 1st to April 1st, 1 month, just the very first month of allergy season, we're talking about the levels going from 1.2, which, again, just to give you a relative understanding here, low pollen levels are between 0 and 2.5. And high pollen levels are between 9.5 and 12. So they're really roughly worked out on a scale of 0 to 12 in terms of the allergy levels. So the allergy levels that are 0, 2, 3, pretty low. The allergy levels that are 9, 10, 11, 12, very high. Well, just the single month of March, from March 1st to April 1st, that 1 month, the first month of allergy season, our levels are going from 1.2 to 9.1. So most folks are thinking, the allergies aren't too bad out there right now. I'll wait till it's really peaking in another 3-4 weeks. Hey, it's peaking right now. Okay, we'll tell you what it's peaking with. We'll give you some pretty good ideas about what those ranges are all about. And most importantly, what's going on inside your body and what your body needs you to do about it. We're going to do that when we come back from these messages. Stay right where you are. Hi there, this is Mark Minkold, the Natural Health and Healing Show. I know that so many of you out there are passionate about the latest cutting-edge nutritional information, would like to go on to that next level. I'm proud to announce that our new natural health care offices in Cohasset are offering personalized nutritional consultations. At Santi Holistic Healing, you'll experience an informative, individualized nutritional consultation by one of my finest personally trained nutritional experts. Your consultant will test you for specific food allergies and supplements. Together, you'll chart out a personalized, optimal nutritional roadmap that will detail your healthiest foods and nutritional supplements, even specific doses. If that's not enough, we also offer relaxing healing massage at Santi Holistic Healing. Whether it's nutritional consulting or healing massage that you're interested in, We at Santi Holistic Healing are prepared to give you the healing experience of a lifetime. Call us at 781-383-3393. That's 781-383-3393 for the healing experience of a lifetime. Right in our area, we are fortunate to have one of the top martial arts schools in the country, Personal Best Karate. Personal Best has been recognized for their community involvement, professional staff development, character-building programs, and exciting educational curriculum. Personal Best stands at the top of their industry. 5 locations offering personalized professional instruction. Not sure if karate is right for you? At no obligation, the staff at Personal Best will guide you in a private introductory program to see if karate is indeed the right fit to help you achieve your goals and meet your needs. What does karate at Personal Best teach you? Character building, success habits, helps you get in shape, relieve stress, self-control, setting goals, and of course, self-defense. Personal Best's goal is to create successful, contributing members of society through the practice of the martial arts at Personal Best. Mr. Chris Rappold is, of course, the founder of Personal Best Karate. He tells me his greatest joy of all is to see the personal transformation in each and every student. Bring out your best with Personal Best Karate. Telephone number 508-285-5425. That's 508-285-5425. Locations in Norton, Foxborough, Southeaston, Franklin, and Taunton. That's Personal Best Karate. Alrighty, welcome back in. Hey, put that Kleenex down out there. Tune in tonight. We're going to basically give you the lowdown on how to keep that head of yours clear from all the goo. The sneezing, the itchy, watery eyes, stuffy nose, and headaches. A lot of it going on. We're right in the middle of it right now, right in the thick of it. So we want to basically give you as much information this evening as we can. There's a lot you can do about it, and that's what we're going to discuss. And I want to thank Larry Nelson. Larry's got this place humming. Headphones sound great, Larry. Fantastic.
Humming's not the word. You want awesome audio.
Yeah, that's right.
Humming is a nightmare.
Larry does not have the place humming. He's got the place unhumming. Smooth.
That's better.
Smooth as silk. Thank you, Larry. Good job, as usual. And good job for all of you out there who are taking good care of yourselves and want to make good use of the information we're going to share with you this evening. And as we said here before the last break, in the Northeast, spring allergy season actually runs from February 1 to June 1. Where we live in this part of the world, it's more like March 1 to June 1. Pollen is measured in grains per cubic centimeters. So when you talk about 1,500 grains per cubic centimeters of pollen is considered high. Last year, parts of New England hit 6,000. 6,000. So again, 1,500 is considered high, and many parts of New England during various parts of last year allergy season hit 6,000. It gives you a pretty good idea. We get hammered in this part of the world. And, those levels are basically distilled down to what are called allergy levels. So you don't have to worry about getting fancy here about measuring your grains per cubic centimeter of pollen. Leave that up to the experts. Leave that up to the professionals. All you want to deal with is what are called the allergy levels. And there are essentially 5 different allergy levels. There's the low level between 0 and 2.4. There's the low medium between 2.5 and 4.8. There's medium between 4.9 and 7.2. There's medium high, 7.3 to 9.6. And then there's the very high allergy levels, 9.7 to 12. We're presently today at a 9.1. So we're just bordering on those high levels. We're medium high today. And again, what kind of things will influence? Well, certainly rain, wind, dry, sun. If you get a fairly windy, dry, sunny day, you're going to carry a great deal more spores out there. So you're going to have a worse reading, a higher allergenic rating than you will if it's raining. So when you get those rainy days, your symptoms may not be quite as bad. Of course, I always suggest that we tend to bounce back and forth. One day you have an allergy response. The next day it's raining. You're not having allergies. Great. What you're having is response to mold. So it sort of bounces back and forth between the pollen allergies on the dry days and the mold sensitivities on the damp days. That's not an unusual reality in this part of the world. So, as we said earlier, over the past 30 days, just from the 1st of March to the 1st of April, we experienced a very slow but steady climb from a 1.2 allergy reading to a 9.1. So things are really picking up right out there right now, and they're trying to really do a number on us. The main culprits in our particular part of the world currently are oak, pine, birch, maple, box elder, juniper, cedar trees, and virtually all grasses, of course. All grasses. I'll say that one more time. Oak, pine, birch, maple, box elder, juniper, cedar trees, and virtually all grasses. So once again, what's happening right now to the 35 million Americans out there, it's like 1 in every 10 is suffering from chronic, serious spring allergies, or what you and I might call hay fever. And half of them, about 18 million folks, suffer from very serious allergic rhinitis, which may include different various forms of acute episodic asthma. So there's a lot of folks having breathing problems out there. The other thing I want to bring up about that, too, is there's an awful lot of people out there that are confusing colds, flus, because we're toward the end of the winter here. And I know on the calendar we're into spring, but I'm not talking about the calendar. I'm talking about the kind of climate influences we're dealing with in this part of the world. A lot of folks are still fighting off the last semblance of colds and flus. So there's a kind of a confusing blend or a confusing mix here right now. A lot of folks' immune systems are getting hit with a lot of colds and flus, and a lot of folks are getting hit, of course, with the first barrage of spring allergies. So a lot of folks are confused. Which ones do I have? Do I have combinations? Is it possible that I've got a head cold combined with spring allergies? Absolutely, of course it is, because what it does is these allergies really compromise immunity. Okay, so when your immune system is compromised, your defense system, it's compromised in a broad-based and a global fashion. You're constantly being exposed to bacteria, to viruses, to all kinds of different germs. You're constantly exposed to all sorts of allergens, both internally and externally. Okay? So if folks are consuming a lot of allergenic foods, people are using a lot of the top 6 food allergens. That is like dairy, for example. Maybe you have a dairy allergy, a corn allergy, a wheat allergy, a soy allergy. If you have any one of the top 6 food allergies, you've got to be really, really careful here, because one will compound another. In other words, a food allergy problem will compound immunity, will challenge your immune system, weaken your immune system, and subsequently your ability to neutralize the environmental allergens that are outside your window are going to be a lot more difficult for you to manage. All right? So you rarely, if ever, find somebody who's just sneezing because of hay fever. Somebody says, oh, no, I'm okay, I'm all right, I just got a little hay fever, I tend to get it every spring. You probably got a little more than that going on. It's almost never that you find somebody that has really severe allergenesis alone, all by itself. Again, if your immune system is really struggling to deal with the environmental allergens, the oak, the pine, the birch, the maple, the box elder, the juniper, the cedar, and the grasses, chances are at least better than good that you're also historically compromised at the immune level based on your diet, based on a lot of the food allergens that you may not know you have, and based on a number of other different immunosuppression problems, sensitivities to viruses, sensitivity to bacteria. In other words, the same person who is perhaps, the same person who's perhaps confronted 3 times, 4 times, 5 times during the winter months with a cold or a flu, the same person is likely going to be a prime candidate for hay fever spring allergies as well. Because we're talking about many different conditions, hey, I'm aware of that, But we're talking about one fortress. We're talking about one immune system. And if you compromise your immune system, staying up late, not eating properly, not managing your stress, as we said earlier, not getting your sleep, you're just kind of burning the candle at both ends, and you find that you're sick 3-4 times during the winter months, and oh, lo and behold, now it's springtime, and I just got a little hay fever. No, you don't just have a little hay fever. You got some bad immune habits, and you're going to have to build up your immune system by taking better care of yourself. You only got one fortress. So that's really what we're talking about. We're talking about allergies. And again, the symptoms of spring allergies are the result of the pollen from these allergenic substances combining with your protective antibodies. Okay, you've got this little defense system in your body, part of your immune system, that if it's not regulated properly, then you're overproducing these immune cells, which in some cases is going to increase the amount of histamines that you produce. And you know you're taking various over-the-counter substances that are called antihistamines because, you know, when you watch the pharmaceutical commercials regarding the antihistamines and the over-the-counter drug commercials regarding antihistamines, you always see somebody with their eyes all watery, and they're sneezing, and they look really flustered, and they say, well, I need some help here, and immediately you see the magic bullet. And the magic bullet is, of course, none other than an antihistamine. Bingo. Life is back to normal again. Well, the antihistamine is making that person feel less symptomatic, but it's also compromising immunity. Okay? So a lot of folks are using a lot of the over-the-counter medications out there for their allergies, saying, no, I don't need to listen to that, I'm doing just fine, thanks. Well, what you're really doing is you're actually compounding your allergies. In other words, you're taking care of the allergy problem for the moment only. Long term, of course, you are seeding and feeding and advancing the problem. So ultimately, you've got to decide whether or not you're going to get real about taking care of the problem and get under it and uproot it and correct it at the source so that you can basically correct the problem long term. Long term. If you're going to correct the problem long term, there are some wonderful over-the-counter supplements that you can rely upon. That you know, you've listened to this particular broadcast more than once. You know what I'm going to tell you. It's not just about the pills. It's about getting a little bit of understanding about what is causing the problem so that you can get under it and employ some change behaviors. And as you employ those changed behaviors dietarily, recovery-wise, your body's going to build up. It's going to get stronger. Your immune system gets stronger. Your fortress gets stronger. Your ability to fight off and fend off everything from allergies to viruses and bacteria is going to get better. And to be very honest with you, spring allergies begin and end with your stress glands. It's all about your adrenal glands. The healthier your adrenal glands are, the healthier your stress glands are, the better you are at managing stress, the more symptom-free you will be. And if you haven't found solutions for better managing your stress, there isn't a pill on the planet that's going to really take care of the allergy problem. Not really. Band-Aid them? Yep. That's about it. Okay? So, again, when you're arising in the morning and if it's raining, you're going to say to yourself, okay, the good news is the allergic rhinitis, the hay fever should be a little better today. Those symptoms should be a little better. Less sneezing, less itchy, watery eyes, stuffy nose, headaches, good. It's not inconceivable that that poor immune system of yours, however, will be battling with the mold from the dampness. And then in a few days, as it clears, the wind blows, the sun's out, and you get that early seasonal nice spring weather. The sneezing, the itchy, watery eye, stuffy nose, headaches is up again because the oak, pine, birch, maple, box elder, juniper, cedar trees, and grass pollens are flying all over the place out there. So in either case, your pore system is inflamed, your immune system is overworked, not very well balanced because your stress glands have been abused. And again, I always tell people, if you want to really support your immune system, you first have to support your stress system. That's the real key. Back in 1940, Dr. Hans Selye, S-E-L-Y-E, who's done some remarkable work. He is the father of really understanding the best natural ways to manage stress biologically and to understand what happens to our bodies when we are in the state of stress. Dr. Hans Selye, S-E-L-Y-E. And in 1940, he was one of the first researchers to really begin researching safe steroids. Now, isn't that an interesting combination of words? Safe steroids, I said. He differentiated between the steroids that cause all kinds of negative symptoms, inflammatory problems, the blowing up of the face, etc., versus the safe hormones that are steroidal. And in 1940, he studied something called pregnenolone, P-R-E-G-N-E-N-O-L-O-N-E, pregnenolone. Pregnenolone is what I refer to as the gate, G-A-T-E, gate hormone of the body, of the human body. Because pregnenolone opens the door for the production of every hormone in the human body. DHEA, of course, so many folks have studied, and I'm sure many folks out in the listening audience are taking DHEA, dihydroepiandrosterone. DHEA is a very popular supplement, counteracting long-term stress. Again, as we get older, as we age, we produce less of it. And of course, it makes us feel much more vibrant. It makes our bodies work so much more efficiently. It brings and elevates up the mood, body function, immunity, better ability to manage stress, more energy, less forgetfulness, yada, yada, yada. And pregnenolone is the precursor to DHEA. So many folks who are using DHEA out there, DHEA is often called the mother of hormones. Pregnenolone is the grandmother of hormones. So pregnenolone is what makes DHEA happen. And pregnenolone is a remarkable adrenal support. It's a remarkable hormone balancing agent. It's a natural substance. It's certainly available over the counter. And it is amazing in terms of supporting the stress hormones in the body, the stress glands in the body, and toning them back into strength, back into shape, back into healthy, balanced functioning, so that, among other things, we can balance out our production of antibodies when we are faced with pollen and allergens. Pregnenolone. We're going to talk more about it when we come back. And we've got Candida coming in. We're going to talk with you more about spring allergies, give you some great solutions. Stay right where you are.
Hi, this is Laura from Good Health. Here's the thing. Why burn precious gas driving all over town to find what you need, only to spend more than you have to? At Good Health, you'll find it all. Clean, organic produce, natural groceries, vitamins, beauty items, and your holiday gifts. It's not rocket science. At Good Health, we keep it real. Great products at low, everyday prices. Simple and easy. Come by and see what I mean. Thanks for tuning in.
This is Catherine from Jarrow Formulas. We're happy to have continued our relationship with Mark Mincola in the Health and Healing Show, and we're happy to announce a new product from Jarrow Formulas called Jarrow Cell. We all know that as the body ages, it heals less rapidly and becomes frailer. Often the body is unable to process enough nutrients to repair weakening cartilage and protein fibers. A very important element in building and repairing your body is silicone. But unfortunately, as we grow, you may have difficulty absorbing adequate silicone from your diet. But now, thanks to a product called Jarocell, you can be sure to get your share. Jarocell can give you the silicone you need to support your bone health, bone mineral density, and in addition, Jarocell strengthens and beautifies your hair, skin, and nails. Jarocell is available now in a synergistic liquid formula that also includes boron and zinc. Ask for Jarocell at your local health food stores. Or for more information, you can go to the Jaro website, which is www.jaro.com.
Alrighty, welcome back. And of course, welcome in Candida.
How's it going, everybody?
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing all right. So we've got
Planning some stuff.
planning some stuff.
Yep.
I like planning stuff.
We had a great class.
Oh boy, that was incredible. Those folks were really a pleasure to work with. Everybody that came to our seminar group that we spent the entire that was the fastest 10 hours.
I know.
We were there together from 9 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon a week ago yesterday, last Saturday. And wow, amazing.
They were so impressed by you.
We got so much done, and I was so pleased to hear that there's other folks up in New Hampshire and places like that were looking to put together and maintain study groups. I mean, that's good stuff.
That's powerful.
Oh, it's
We had
wonderful.
one who traveled 3 hours to come.
Wonderful. And they all seemed quite thrilled, quite happy
They
with
were
it all.
very happy.
It was wonderful. And so
Thank you so much for doing
It
it.
was my pleasure to work with folks that were so terrific, so enthusiastic, so bright, and it was pretty demanding. We put them through a lot of work,
We did.
and they got it done. They just they fought through it, and they absorbed, and they great questions and great life that they brought to the whole occasion. It was a pleasure.
They were really appreciative of all the recommended books that you had them read beforehand.
Wonderful.
Tons of handouts that you gave everybody.
Great stuff. We'll do more.
That's great. Yeah, I'm so excited.
We'll do more. We'll do more.
And your son was there, and Corey from Good Health.
Nick was there from Good Health. Nick will be on with us next Sunday, will he not?
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I think Nick will be in next Sunday. Nick Mincola, of course, he's been doing a great job down at Good Health, and a lot of folks are really connecting with him, and he's at the New England School of Acupuncture,
Yeah.
so he's a budding practitioner and a very bright and a wonderful healer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was great to have him.
So
there
about
as
a
well.
year he'll be able to start practicing. he tells me.
I'm not sure how. Yeah, I think that's right. I think
Yeah.
I think that's right. So he's in the middle of his classes. He tells me he's getting good grades.
Oh, that's great.
Thrilled with that.
And if he's listening, I want to thank him for taking 2 bundles of healthy living
Down at Good Health Natural
to
Foods.
this New England school.
Oh, the New England School for you.
Yeah,
All right,
take 'em
great.
down there for me.
Excellent. So what you got over there?
Good health. Well, let's see. Earth Day is April 22nd.
Wow.
I know. So they have all sorts of different organic juices and chips and trail mixes and just a whole bunch of bulk and organic food at Good Health. So
And I should remind everybody that the supplements that we're going to talk about the second half of the program this evening regarding spring allergies that are so amazing and so profoundly helpful are all available at Good Health. So I'm not going to tell you what they are just yet, but I'm going to let you know ahead of time that they're all available at Good Health.
and you often talk about CoQ10.
Yes.
They have their Country Life right now on sale for $21.99,
Great.
which is a remarkable price. And
Great.
they also, all new chapter products, which you talk about a lot, the whole entire line, 10% off. They're already 15% off prices,
Good Lord, that's incredible.
which is just wonderful. We appreciate that they always extend those wonderful discounts to the community.
Good Health does an incredible job, and they really do glue the community together as far as health, as far as alternative medicine, as far as supplements, and I refer to them as the natural apothecary, the natural pharmacy of the South Shore.
And as I was pulling out, you were pulling in this Saturday.
Amazing. Kismet. Timing, huh?
So we do frequent it.
We do frequent it. Yes, we do. I always go down there and purchase my supplements, my foods, and then have a visit with my son. So
That's nice.
it's a pretty easy take for me.
That's cool. Well, we hope to see him next week at your show. But you're going to tell us where Good Health is located.
Good Health is located in two very convenient locations, 1637 Hancock Street, that's downtown Quincy, 617-773-4925, or you can check them out at 219 Columbia Road, that's Route 53 down Hanover Way, 781-826-0808. For all things natural, it is
Good Health Natural Foods.
right.
You were talking earlier about the allergies, and they do have the neti pot on sale today.
Oh, boy.
Did you mention that?
Folks love that. No, I haven't mentioned
Yes.
it. That's great.
The ancient secret of the neti pot.
People love that neti pot. That is
Simple,
so helpful.
effective way to cleanse your whole nasal passageways. and
Open
to
up those
free
sinuses.
your breathing.
Yes, indeed. Great stuff.
Reduce all the allergens in there, too.
Clear all those allergens right out of your head.
And Oprah is a big fan of that.
Yes, indeed. So you
Remember
better
when that happened?
so get down to Good Health before Oprah does and get your neti pot.
Well, we have an exciting evening coming up on May 7th.
May 7th.
We are going to
That's going to be a
defy
Thursday
the
night.
odds.
Yes, we're going to be together on May 7th, and it's you tell them where it's going to be. It's going to be at the
It's
Holiday
gonna,
Inn.
yep, the new Holiday Inn in Rockland. You're going to train your brain is the topic.
What we're going to do is I'm going to basically do a presentation
excited.
of that evening, and that is, again, May 7th. And as she pointed out just a moment ago, it's going to be in Rockland at the Holiday Inn. And this is going to be a life-changing event because what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the absolute remarkable cutting-edge research from the University of Wisconsin, from Columbia, from the University of California, regarding how the brain and how the mind work, how you can change the way you think, how you can change the way your mind and your brain operate in your body, and the way your body changes regarding what your brain's programming is. In other words, we're going to basically give people specific exercises, and we're going to show them, we're going to do a lot of muscle testing exhibitions to kind of show them how the nervous system works with certain words, certain thought patterns, negative thought patterns really creating disease patterns for the body, positive thought patterns reversing them. We're going to show people the specific reaction that the body has muscularly and neurologically to placebo and nocebo. Placebo is, of course, a term. It's a Latin term, and it means I shall please. And some thoughts do please the body. Some positive thoughts actually alter the nervous system, alters the way the brain works, and alters the immune system, and really fortifies your ability to fight disease. Whereas nocebo is a Latin term that means I shall do harm. So when you're thinking negative thoughts, unbeknownst to you, it's changing your chemistry neurologically in such a way that it weakens immunity and increases your risk for sickness.
We're talking to our bodies.
We are constantly, we're going to reveal that. We're going to show folks a lot of remarkable information about that. But best of all, we're going to basically get them involved in new types of exercising of their thoughts, new types of exercising with their brains in such a way that they can actually improve their health, improve their immunity. So in other words, we're going to teach them to think in certain ways, and remarkable new exercises that they've found for the brain that actually work based on research, based on studies, certain brain and thought exercises that change immunity. Amazing stuff. So we're going to do that on the 7th.
Tickets are already selling.
Great.
Which is wonderful. And thank you so much. It's only $20.
It's going to be a great
appreciate
night. I'm looking forward to it. I really
Me
think
too.
it's going to be a lot of fun. And
well,
that's
folks are interested, they could purchase tickets by going onto my website, which is healthylivingvideo.com, or they can call me at 781-834-2728.
That's 834-2728. Now,
What a
you know,
great number.
it's always fun when you bring the phone into the studio here and we talk about this and it starts to ring. It's kind of like, it's sort of like the Jerry Lewis presentation, you know. It's like the telethon, you know. They're out there talking about the event and you can hear the phones ringing.
Yeah.
Our experts are waiting to take your call right now. So remember, folks, Candida is waiting to take your call.
I love talking with everybody that calls in.
And they love calling you as well.
It's like having an extended family and friends.
But it's going to be a very, very special evening. I promise you that. I'm going to give you a presentation you will not soon forget. I assure you of that. So give her a call and get yourself a line. Don't wait till the last minute.
That's right. Don't wait till the last minute, folks. I can't spend time with you on the phone if you do that.
That's right. Larry's got it going on in the techno room tonight. All right, anything else?
No, just actually tell folks a little bit about your new space. You're seeing clients on Tuesdays and Fridays
Yes, we're at Santi. They heard the new commercial that we've done. And Santi, of course, is our new consulting center that we're doing nutritional consulting there. And I'm there on Tuesdays and Fridays. And, I was just really finding my time was getting really steered more and more back into the office because so many people are saying, come on, get back in here. So, there's such a great interest, and it's really so much fun doing it that we're going to get back in there a couple days now. So I'll be there Tuesdays and Fridays, and we have some wonderful practitioners there, and the environment is absolutely lovely there. It's people walk in, they say, I feel so much more calm in here.
You know what I found that was really interesting? Some of the rooms don't have any desks. It's kind of just like...
We've just got furniture in there, lovely furniture, and they're set up really beautifully so that we can just sit back and talk, and then we do our muscle testing, and we have plenty of room in the rooms for muscle testing, and it's incredible. We've had some great...
So do away with the desks.
Get rid of those desks. Don't need no desks. So it's great. Very comfortable and really working out beautifully. And, of course, so many folks, Christine and Amy and Jill and, and Jeff, Suzanne, everybody's there working hard, and Kirsty's there. And we've got great massage therapists there. We've got great nutritionists there.
Hypnotherapists there.
And yes, indeed, yes. And Mona's there doing hypnotherapy. So, we've got a full center there for hypnotherapy, massage, yoga. We've got a really lovely yoga room there. Of course, the nutrition work that we do. So, and great stuff. Ann and Gail are on that front desk and making sure everybody's getting taken care of. If anybody's interested, give us a call over there for either a massage appointment, nutrition appointment, 781-383-3393. That's pretty easy to remember. 3393.
At 12 Parking Way, Cohasset.
12 Parking Way, Cohasset. It's a lovely place being down. I love being in downtown Cohasset.
Yeah, it's quite lovely.
Great to be there. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Have a wonderful Sunday night.
I will expect those phone calls, and I appreciate them.
Keep those cards and letters coming.
Absolutely. Whoa, Candida, we could make it together. The further from here, girl, the better. Where the air is fresh and clean.
Hi, this is Laura from Good Health Natural Foods, proud sponsor of the Health and Healing Show. We're all about smart, simple, and affordable nutrition. Let our lifestyle consultants help you and your family keep your resolutions and achieve all your personal goals this year. Feel good and look your very best today. For everything natural, organic, and economical, it's Good Health Natural. Thanks for listening.
Hi there, this is Mark Mincole, the Natural Health and Healing Show. I know that so many of you out there are passionate about the latest cutting-edge nutritional information, would like to go on to that next level. I'm proud to announce that our new natural health care offices in Cohasset are offering personalized nutritional consultations. At Santi Holistic Healing, you'll experience an informative, individualized nutritional consultation by one of my finest personally trained nutritional experts. Your consultant will test you for specific food allergies and supplements. Together, you'll chart out a personalized, optimal nutritional roadmap that will detail your healthiest foods and nutritional supplements, even specific doses. If that's not enough, we also offer relaxing healing massage at Santi Holistic Healing. Whether it's nutritional consulting or healing massage that you're interested in, we at Santi Holistic Healing are prepared to give you the healing experience of a lifetime. Call us at 781-383-3393. That's 781-383-3393 for the healing experience of a lifetime. All righty. Get back to the spring allergy topic we've been discussing with you this evening. Again, 35 million of you out there sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, stuffy nose, headaches, yada, yada, yada. And now you know a lot about why it's that way. And again, in this part of the world, it's really a little worse than it is in many other parts of the United States. But We're going to give you some great ideas about what to do about that. And don't hesitate. Don't think that peak season hasn't yet hit. I know a lot of folks get a little worse as you get into flowers in May and all that stuff. But trust me when I tell you, oak, pine, birch, maple, box elder, juniper, cedar, and grass is blowing up out there right now. So we're at a 9.1 today, and that's pretty doggone high. That's medium high to high. So we're already there, folks. Don't wait. And we're going to give you some pretty good ideas. Grab those pens, those notebooks, and we're going to give you some really, really good ideas. We just before that last commercial break mentioned one of the solutions, pregnenolone, Pregnenolone, and that is what we refer to as the grandmother hormone. And of course, some folks out there, a lot of gentlemen out there say, when they hear the word hormone, I better not do that. That's only women need hormones. Hey, folks, we all produce hormones. We all need them for virtually everything. So it's really important to realize that hormones have a much broader application biologically and health-wise than most of us could ever imagine. But among other things, we're talking about a gateway hormone. Pregnenolone is the gateway hormone that really opens the door for the production of virtually every hormone in the body. And one of them, of course, is DHEA. And so pregnenolone does, in fact, open the door for your body's production and storage and circulation of DHEA. And again, it's really important to think in terms of pregnenolone for allergenesis. Why? Because, as I've said earlier, it's essential that you make this direct connection between stress glands, stress hormones, stress glands, and allergenesis. Your allergies are the direct result of your body's ability to fend off stress. If you're not good at fending off stress, if you don't have a plan for stress, you're suffering from the worst kind of allergies. So obviously we want to basically give you some solutions as far as building up your hormonal system to fight allergies from the stress hormone perspective. So pregnenolone is certainly top of that list. I recommend 50 milligrams twice a day of pregnenolone, Pregnenolone, especially if you've got those really nasty allergies. The other thing, of course, at the top of the list is something called quercetin, Quercetin. What is quercetin? It's a flavone. In other words, you've had yellow onions. You certainly have had a number of different carotenoids, carrots and things like that, and tomatoes. All the wonderful colors in those foods are different forms of carotenoids, and those are really important antioxidants. Flavones, very similarly, are very powerful antioxidants that actually really help us neutralize the presence of histamines. They help us balance the histamine level so that we're not overproducing or underproducing those histamines and those leukotrienes. So again, when your body is reacting to those allergens, you want it to have a balanced and a reasonable reaction. You don't want it to be an imbalanced reaction. Quercetin, which is, of course, as we said, obtained from yellow onions, it's a food supplement you can buy it over the counter at Good Health Natural Foods. 500 milligrams for a day. Now, obviously, the only people that I would say don't bother trying the quercetin are those people who are allergic to onions. If you're allergic to onions, you probably don't want to try quercetin. If you don't have an allergy to onions, you've eaten them and you seem to be fine, then quercetin is a great solution. Quercetin, 500 milligrams for a day. That oven by itself will knock out allergies pretty dramatically. Also, Pantethine, Pantethine, Pantethine. Pantethine is a form of vitamin B5. You may think of it as pantothenic acid. It is a form of pantothenic acid. It's a fat-soluble form. It's a coenzyme A precursor, and it's used, among other things. I always tell people that there is absolutely no better statin drug alternative, no natural lipitor on the planet better than Pantethine. So you can get two for the buck here. You can get a real good bang for your buck. You can get Pantethine to help you with your allergenesis, and you can also get your cholesterol to knock down pretty dramatically with Pantethine. Pantethine, 300 to 500 milligram capsules. Some of the companies out there are producing 300 milligram caps, others are 500. But nonetheless, between a 300 and a 500 milligram capsule, 3 a day. Pantethine, amazing way to lower cholesterol, and a great way, as we said, to support those adrenal stress hormones. And as you support those stress hormones, you will much more efficiently regulate your immune system against the onslaught of allergies. So once again, pantethine, 300 to 500 milligrams, and that's going to be 3 a day. All right, so we've got pregnenolone, Pregnenolone, 50 milligrams times 2. Quercetin, Quercetin, 500 milligrams times 4. And pantethine, Pantethine, 300 to 500 milligrams times 3. One other thing that I would suggest here that I think is really important, actually there's going to be 2 more, but I think one thing that is really important to bring up is folks do not understand vitamin C all that well. They think vitamin C is pretty much an agent to simply help them in the war against colds and flus, the common cold sort of thing. Well, that is indeed true, but you got to think about the way that it works. All right? One of the ways that vitamin C works is it increases your interferon molecule production in your body. So vitamin C is really helpful against any kind of immunosuppression problems, whether you're fighting a bacteria, a virus, or an allergen. All right? The other thing you want to realize is that if the type of vitamin C that you purchase, again, there are many different types of vitamin C. There's rose hips, and there's bioflavonoid complexes. There's all kinds of different ascorbic acids, a number of different types of vitamin C. There's not one product out there. There are many, many different products under the umbrella of vitamin C. And what you want to be thinking of is you want to make sure that the vitamin C that you get is a bioflavonoid complex, or what's often called a C complex. All right? C complex. If your vitamin C is not a C complex and you have allergies, you're wasting your money. If you have allergies, you want to get a C complex. And as I said a moment ago, B-I-O-F as in Frank, L-A-V-I-N-O-I-D-S. Sounds like a word from Star Trek. Captain Kirk, the bioflavonoids are right behind us. B-I-O-F-L-A-V-I-N-O-I-D, bioflavonoids. And those bioflavonoids are actually referred to as vitamin P. Vitamin P. And we've mentioned vitamin P on this program a number of different times for a number of different conditions. Among other things, vitamin P actually protects the inner capillaries of the blood vessels so that folks tend not to have any kind of hemorrhaging problems, any kind of stroke problems. If anybody has those tendencies toward the rupturing of blood vessels and that sort of business and stroke risks, vitamin P is really important because it insulates the lumen capillary and it strengthens the capillary fragility and the circulatory system so that it doesn't rupture quite as readily. So vitamin P is good for that. But also, again, within the C complex, they are antihistaminic, which means just like we've talked about earlier on the broadcast, they slow down and they antagonize these really high secretions of histamines that cause your symptoms of sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, stuffy nose, headaches, etc. So you want to make sure your vitamin C is a C complex. And I would recommend that you take 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. And folks often ask me, well, geez, isn't that a lot? Listen, I've been taking 5,000 a day for quite some time. If ever I feel a sniffle, I go to 10,000. Remember, vitamin C is water soluble. If you don't need it, you're going to tend to just excrete it out through your urine. I also point to the fact that Dr. Linus Pauling, the Nobel Prize winner, Linus Pauling, when asked about how much vitamin C he took, he said, I take 10,000 a day to prevent sickness, 20,000 a day to fight it. The great Nobel Prize researcher, Dr. Linus Pauling. So once again, I'm not going to worry about taking 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C. A, it's water soluble. B, the great Linus Pauling took 10,000 to prevent trouble and 20,000 to fight it. Not to worry. All right, so the final thing that I'm going to recommend, I think, is really, really important. And I found in recent years it has been remarkably helpful, especially for children. So if you've got a child who tends to have a lot of allergies and you can't be stuffing them with pills because they're resistant, they're just a little guy and they're not going to be going that direction, understandable. We've got a wonderful solution. Simple, easy to use, over the counter, tastes good, and there's no side effects, no contraindications. And they're called homeopathic medicines and bioallers, B-I-O-A-L-L-E-R-S, bioallers, homeopathic drops. And they make drops that are designed, they're called nosodes, and they've got drops for grass, tree pollen. They've got all kinds of ragweed type mixes for the fall. This time of year, you're not going to worry about ragweed because it's not in season. But once again, the tree pollen solutions that they make are filled with supports for oak, pine, birch, maple, box elder, juniper, cedar, etc., and grass. So if you're going to get your bioalers drops for this time of the year where we live, I'd recommend that you use tree and grass. So they're not very expensive. They're very inexpensive. Again, homeopathic bioalers, BIOALLERS, bioalers homeopathic drops. And you want to get, this time of year, you want to get tree and grass. The dose on that's going to be for a child about 6 drops, 2 times under the tongue. Adult would be more like 10 to 15 drops times 3. Okay? So a child 6 drops twice orally, adult 10 drops to 15 drops 3 times under the tongue. All right? And that's homeopathic bioalers, and that would be tree and grass mixes. Okay? So the final question, of course, here is, well, all right, you've given us all these solutions. Does that mean we got to go out and take all of these? And can we take all these? Is it important to take all these? Are we going to not get results unless we take all these? And then is it safe if that's the case to take all these? And the answer is, first of all, you do not need to take all these. I'm giving you the 5 best solutions that I know of based on 27 years of doing battle with these kind of problems. So you've got 5 superior solutions that are time-tested, and your job is to kind of file through these, 1 or 2 at a time. So let's say you take 2 of these. The 2 that I would choose first, realistically, would probably be the quercetin and the bioalers drops. For children, it's a little bit of a different story, obviously. For children, certainly the bioalers drops, and I would use a vitamin C in the form of a chewable, because that's an easy way to send a little one on the way very easily, very efficiently, without any muss or fuss. You know, children are going to do well with those homeopathic bioalers drops. Like I said, they taste like water. And the vitamin C in a chewable form tastes pretty good. You know, you get the cherry-flavored chewable C's, no problem. How much would I give a little guy? I'd probably give him 500 milligrams of chewable C a day. And I'd give him, like I said, 6 drops of the bioalers homeopathic drops for grass and for trees, and I would do that twice a day. That way you've got everybody covered, both mom, dad, and the kids as well. So, again, try any of these 2 solutions. If you find, for whatever reason, over a period of 3-4 weeks you didn't get great results, the allergy season runs a little while here, so it's going to give you an opportunity to try 2 other ones. Maybe you'd move lastly into the panthothene pregnenolone areas. All right, and dietary, the last thing I'd say here is diet and stress. We've talked about them a couple times in the broadcast. During allergy season, get extra sleep, because sleep is our way to recover from stress. That's what Mother Nature said. Look, we're going to basically turn out the lights so you're not in overdrive for 24/7 here. So follow nature's way. When the lights are turned out, close your eyes. Okay, get to bed early, try to get a good quality sleep. If people say, well, I can't sleep, especially when I have these allergies, well, when you're taking these supplements that we talked about, it's going to help you breathe a little more freely. When you finally do get the breathing up and running a little bit better, take advantage of the opportunity to get more rest, because as you recover your adrenals, you're going to just feel that much stronger. All right, diet. Preserve, prevent, and protect. Those are the big words. Preserve, prevent, and protect. Don't allow your adrenals, your stress glands, to get blown out. No processed sugars. And in theory, if you're really suffering from allergies, get off the coffees. The caffeine is not going to help. It's going to exhaust your adrenal glands. I've heard some people say, well, they helped me a little bit during my early allergy season. Look, they're going to help you in a Band-Aid fashion during the hour or 2 after you've had that coffee. But again, long-term, bad problems, because it exhausts and overdrives your adrenals and it leaves them weaker. So it creates an acute support system and a chronic problem. All right, right? So you want to get off the caffeine. If your allergies are really bad, you got to recover those adrenals, like we said earlier. All right, we're getting up to that time, so I just want to remind everybody, of course, that Dr. Julie Johnson, Beth, and company are going to be on Sex and the South Shore following this broadcast. I'd like to thank Adam Ing for all the podcasts. Folks want to watch these broadcasts or listen to them, you go to our website. And, of course, the website is www.maxhealing.com. That's one word, maxhealing.com. And I'll see everybody on Wednesday on New England Cable News, 9:45.